We're back.
Yep, we're back, guys. We're halfway through our cigars. Probably been about 30 minutes. And
See the wind's calmed down too.
yeah, the wind's calmed down. Thank God, because it was blowing Corey smoke up in my face. I couldn't breathe. And but anyways, these cigars, man, their ash is holding on just beautifully. Show them your, give them a close up of your cigar. See what they're burning great, man. I only flicked my ash once. I mean, it's still got about an inch of ash left on mine, and I'm still getting notes of coffee. I'm still getting a little bit of notes of berry. Still getting a little bit of the cedar. And you know, these type of cigars don't leave a shitty aftertaste in your mouth. They leave a really clean, chocolatey palate, which is just a little bit of a chocolatey aftertaste, which is very interesting, very smooth.
It's not one of those heavily oiled cigars where it's I would say it lightly coats your mouth. And I mean, it may have an influence on what we're drinking as well. So, I mean, you never know until you try one. So you got to try one. Other little things, you know, like you said, everything's holding on. The peppers, I would say, it's pretty much, it's not there anymore. It's usually, I guess, in the first part of it after light, maybe first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it really calmed down as far as the pepper and spice.
But you know, now it's still the roast coffee, it's still the berry, maybe a little bit of cocoa. I mean, it may be there. But I guess we can talk about the smoke. You know, this is another one of those smokes where it's not offensive. You know, if you're smoking this around maybe a barbecue or something like that, you know, it's something that you can light up without running everybody off. Mm-hmm. So it's a very pleasing smoke. I think of the other thing that I wanted to compliment the cigar on, because it's a good smoke, especially for the price.
And don't get us wrong, it does have a nose exhale on it. I mean, it's still a stout cigar if you're going to nose exhale it. But
I think they advertise these as a full.
Mm-hmm.
You say it was a full?
Yeah, they're advertised as full.
So I don't smoke too many fulls, but this is definitely a full that I can handle and nose exhale. So it's
right. I
don't think I would give it the like flat out full.
No.
But I would say it's definitely has a medium to a full. So it's not something that's going to tear you up. You know, it's something that you can actually smoke and actually have the full strength and nicotine or whatever you're looking for. So
that's right. So our overall consensus on this cigar, what would you give it, Corey, out of a 10? What
out of a 10?
Yeah.
You know, this may sound a little bit high, but I'm going to give it a high just on the fact that, you know, a box of 10 is what he said. It's a
65 bucks.
Yeah, so that's hard to beat first and foremost. Number two, the wrap is done well. The smoke is it's a very pleasing smoke. I'm one that likes the boutique style where they're infused with certain things, you know, everyday things like, you know, berries, coffee, chocolate, or whatever. You know, I like those kind of smokes because I like a little bit of flavor aside from the tobacco, which, don't get me wrong, I like it, but you know, some people have different palates. So
that's right.
Other than that, I'm gonna say it's rated pretty high. I'm gonna go with a 9, and that's just on the fact that, you know, they're priced well and they taste good.
Yep.
So.
I believe my consensus is right there with you. I'd give it a 9 to a 9.5 for overall quality versus price.
Well kept secret too.
Yeah, very well kept secret. I don't think they did it intentionally. I think it just was.
Yeah, it's probably a business practice thing, but
yeah, you know, like a new cigar company that's like maybe some people just hadn't heard of them. Some companies could carry them, some couldn't. And I know there's things like restrictions where certain companies that sell cigars can't sell the same product. Not on everything, but certain select cigars can't be sold within a certain distance of another cigar shop.
And just to add onto that, you know, a lot of cigars that are sold in one shop but not the other. Like you said, you know, a lot of it's you know, specialties where, you know, cigar shop may go in and say, you know what, let's get a signature cigar that we can, you know, say that's our blend. And that's usually what they do. They go to a cigar maker and say, look, this is what we want. This is what filler, this is what wrap, this is how we want it, this is how strong, etc., etc., etc. And boom, you know, you end up with an awesome cigar that's sold in, you know, one cigar shop, which, you know, if it's made well and it tastes great, obviously it sells. So this is one of those that it made it out of that single, you know, cigar shop. JR's wanted to buy it up and start selling it. So, yeah. I mean, it's a good smoke, you know. And that brings me to another point. which we haven't talked about this too much, and you know, I figure we could bring it up a little bit, which we're looking at possibly, you know, coming up with a, you know, a signature blend, something that, you know, we could, you know, put out there for everybody to try. You know, and that's, I'm not really sure where we're going with it, or whether it's going to be a medium or medium full or a full, but when we, I mean, you can talk on it a little bit if you want. I mean,
yeah, we've discussed, you know, either making products that, you know, as far as cigars, how we're going to go about doing this. And, you know, if we don't do cigars, we may get into manufacturing something that cigar connoisseurs, you know, and everyday cigar smokers might find useful, something handy, something that hasn't been thought of yet. So, you know, me and Corey are both pretty much engineers. And so, you know, he's got electrical background. I'm more aviation background. And, you know, he did avionics. He was avionics tech in the Navy. So he's got a lot of electronics experience. And then, you know, my degree is basically in mechatronics, which is, you know, robotics engineering. So when me and Corey get together, sometimes it's kind of dangerous because, you know,
I think you're saying it lightly there.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous, but, you know, when two great minds like us think alike, you know,
we're not going to tell them about the garage door.
No.
That's not going to happen.
No. That might be in a later video when we're plastered or something, you know. But when me and Corey come together, we usually can pull off some pretty interesting stuff. So, you know, like I said, if we don't do the cigar line, it may be a little too expensive. It may be a little too much to get into at the moment. Because, you know, he's a full-time dad and, you know, full-time engineer. And I'm still in college, you know, and I work full-time as well. So it's maybe a future venture that we're going to look into. But, you know, the first thing we might possibly be able to do is to come up with a product line that's, you know, something useful for cigar smokers. So we're not sure what we're going to do yet, but we're going to do something.
But with that, and I hate to interrupt you and cut you off like that,
good.
But with that, you know, we're looking for ideas. I mean, it helps to have, you know, a little idea. You know, tell us about, you know, what's useful. When you go to a cigar shop or you're sitting at home, you know, you've got 3 common items that you must have. You know, you got to have the cigar, you got to have a way to cut it or punch it or what have you, and you got to have a way to light it. You know, but there's other side items there. You know, you got ashtrays, you got everything, but we're not looking for the simple ashtray. We're looking for something that you can use. You know, something that's unique, that when you finally see it, you're like, man, I got to have that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some people come up with, you know, this is just an example, which you can actually buy at local, you know, JRs, if I'm not mistaken. I still think they carry them. But it's basically a lawn chair, or, you know, one of these nice, you know, chairs that go on the decks or porches. But it's a clip, you know, right where you can set your, you know, cigar down or what have you. You know, it comes with an ashtray as well. But, you know, again, we're looking, you know, we're thinking of ideas. But, you know, if you want to toss out an idea, I mean, we'll do our best to run with it. You know, see how we can make it happen.
Yep. So, you know, overall consensus, you know, back to the cigar for a minute. We both gave it a 9.5. It's a great stick. Go to my website, cigarcognoscente.com. Read the full write-up review as well as watching this video, because you're, you know, if there's anything we missed on in the video, it's going to be written up in the review. There'll be pictures attached to the page as well as this video. So, you know, do yourself a favor. Go through the website, check this out. Go to JR's website through my website, and you know, snap yourself up a box of these and try them out, man. They're highly recommended cigars. So, you know, stay tuned for our next video, which will be probably tomorrow. We're going to be doing some more reviews. We're not sure what we're going to review yet, but there's plenty of sticks we have in the humidor, so we will be getting back with you guys tomorrow. And look forward to talking to you guys. Hope you have a great Saturday night. And this is Bob and Corey.
And before you cut us, I just wanted to add one more thing. Let's make this a little interactive. You know, like you said in a couple of other videos, tell us what you're smoking. You know, in the bottom of this page, put some comments down.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think. I mean, tell us how we're doing. You know, what you're smoking, what you like, what you want us to try. I mean, if you're, you know, if you see a smoke out there, you know, that's in a box that may be priced, you know, it might have a good price on it, you know, but you're too afraid to try it, hit us up. We'll try it. You know, if you got questions, feel free to ask. We'll do our best to answer them. So,
yep.
Other than that, like you said, you know, I think we're gonna wrap this review up. So
yep. This is a wrap, folks.
Send us out.
So, Cigar Bob's out, Corey's out, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great Saturday night.
Till tomorrow.
Later, folks.
It's still a really damn good cigar.
Oh, hell yeah.